sloppy. They know we coming raw from the streets, and then they try to copy. I'm in heavy rotation, I'm checking in and out of lobbies. While I'm thumbing through this paper, a down chick massage my body. It's only right that I cater, she write the style like a jockey. Keep my ear to the streets, 10 steps ahead when it's choppy. Negative energy can't think, separate when it get rocky. I'm just keeping it 100, it's far from me being cocky. They ain't used to seeing you rise, now they say you moving different. When your comfort compromise, being broke is not my vision. The closest ones will do you dirty, I could paint a vivid picture. You distort my peripheral, might as well just keep it distance. They ain't used to seeing you rise, now they say you moving different. When your comfort compromise, being broke is not my vision. The closest ones will do you dirty, I could paint a vivid picture. You distort my peripheral, might as well just keep it distance. This ain't one of those isolated situations.
Scenario.
Universal, you know. You know better, you do better. What's up, YouTube world? Now tapped in with Scenario the Illustrator. And the topic I'll be touching on today is your relationship distracting you from evolving? Yes, you heard it. Is your relationship distracting you from evolving? Well, what do you mean by that, Scenario? Okay, let's dive off into it. Boom. All right. When you involved with people, are you in a relationship? A relationship can range from take many dynamics, many directions. It doesn't necessarily mean it's just a man and a woman. It's just friendships or in parents, brothers, sisters. Just basing off of what's going on in society and the possibilities and what you're fully capable as a person if you're competent, or people pulling at you in a way where it's throwing you off, it's interfering with the possibilities of you becoming something more than what you are, or people get in the way. Are you that tuned in, and are you that in love with a woman? And there's nothing wrong with being in love with a woman and giving her the undivided attention, but it's a problem when you do that, but you lose yourself in the process and because you're pouring all in her cup. Are you pouring all in his cup? It's a problem. It's because at the end of the day, you know, the world is pulling and tugging at everybody. So how I look at the situation is that you're supposed to show love, but you're still supposed to show love to yourself so you can build yourself up, position yourself. So if you was ever to run into the obstacles that life has to present and offer. Facts. Are you that disconnected from who you are, and when you pouring into somebody else's cup where you forget the goal, the main goal? One, I think everybody should be on this top tip: financial freedom. Financial freedom. Because when you understand what financial freedom is, you're not in a situation where, like most society is, where it's settled. Because these random things is going to keep happening over and over and over again. I'm just keeping it buck. These random situations gonna keep happening over and over again. And what you need to recognize is that you gotta be prepared. So when you pour it into somebody's cup and they still trying to find themselves, what that make you look like? What that make you look like? You busy pouring in everybody else's cup, and they not pouring back into yours. And these relationships got you, distracted. Yeah, it may feel good at the moment. It may feel good at the moment. It may feel good. You know, you may be getting that euphoric vibe at the moment. But I know what's coming around is a lot of things that's about to happen that's coming around these corners. Like I said in my last video, you know, when you see these people on the corner, you know, and life happens all the time. We're not in control of it. Things will fall in your lap. But when you is just living your life to the best of your ability, these things fall in your lap. I didn't witness a lot of people, they run in panic and they start reaching and pulling and making phone calls like, oh shit, I need this, that, and the third. I didn't see this coming. You know, and it'll drop in your lap and you be like, oh shit. And now you gotta uproot and rearrange. What you gotta do is because of what happened to somebody else. It happened to me before. If I know, man, I've been out here in these streets for a very long time. Trust me, I done seen it and done it all. Experienced all types of. But in real time though, in real time, relationships can distract you if you don't take things serious out here in this world. We're not living in this, man, the streets is not a playground. A lot of people is living their life. They don't realize, man, you a part of a circus. You're part of a huge circus. Just because it feels good for a solid 2 to 3 to 5 years straight, man, that 6th year, you look up, boom, something fucked up happened. Somebody catch cancer. People have falling outs all the time. People have falling outs all the time. We can be like this. We can be like this for 25 years. And all of a sudden, we not on the same page no more. What do you gotta do to buffer that bullshit? What do you gotta buffer that bullshit? What keeps them type of thoughts off of you? What keeps you out of those type of situations? Grinding. Grinding takes you so far away from the BS and the drama. It feels so good to know that even if you have a falling out with an individual, man, the one thing, money ain't gonna disappoint you. The money would never turn its back on you if you know how to hustle to get it. Basically what I'm saying is a lot of relationships can turn into a huge distraction if you let it. A lot of relationships can turn into a huge distraction if you let it. It'll throw you off. And I'm not speaking in terms where it's taken away from, you know, I'm dividing and conquering. No, it's not that type of, I'm just saying that it's a blessing when you have two people on the same page and y'all can give each other that type of time, but still be able to move in a direction of evolution, evolving and growing. Not just, oh, we hanging with each other and we enjoying the moment. And I feel like in the early stages of relationships, that's one of the main things that messes a lot of people up because of the relaxation. You get what I'm saying? It puts you in a situation where it's like, you know, you fool your own mind and be like, this person gonna be, anything can happen. And like literally anything, a person can go to work, get into an accident. Just like that. Just like that. Y'all on the same page, y'all trying to figure life out. And Lord forbid, you hop in the car and get into an accident. That's all it takes. All it takes is for you to run into an obstacle out here, because you know God has plans for all of us. He has plans for all of us. I'm making these videos to raise awareness. I didn't experience these things where I poured into a cup and I was stripped. One day I'm me, the next day I ain't. Because the amount of pressure of what you experience out here in the world, what I experience out here in the world, has sat me down. And one thing people need to understand is that ain't nobody coming to save you. They only gonna stick around because they see you still got soldier in you. They see you still got strength. They see you still got a battery. Your battery's still full. They see you pushing, moving forward. But ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Only thing was gonna happen out here in these streets is you just gonna get older and older. And you know, through God's blessings, you know, hopefully you don't get tricked off the street. I'm just keeping it real. Hopefully you don't get tricked off the street in the process. It's treacherous. You gotta have this together. You know, unfortunately, a lot of people, they get removed. A lot of people get removed off the street before they was able to even evolve and mature as a man or a woman. And I'm being real. I'm keeping it 100, keeping it buck. A lot of people, you know, it's rare for the ones to slip through the crack to be able to be out here to teach, to be able to be out here and give game and share information to help the ones that's behind. Because you like, oh shit. A lot of the youth behind me, man, is gonna fall victim. Prisons, jails is full of ones that got tricked. All they needed was just a little bit of information. They was pouring into the cup, in other people's cup. Nobody was pouring into theirs, and they snapped. So I'm making these videos to raise awareness. I'm making these videos to game up and get people to get a identity, find their identity within themselves. So you won't get hit with the okie doke out here, man. It's a game being played. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to let you know. I'm trying to give you heads up. It's a whole game being played out here. Don't. If you're gonna be in the game, don't be the one to get played. Don't be the one to get played. Because one thing I do know is time. Once you lose time, it's hard to get that back. You're gonna be playing catch up. I'm trying to tell you. But this is your boy Scenario the Illustrator. Remember to drop topics in the comment section, and I'm gonna tackle it to the best of my ability. And always remember to keep your head on a swivel, stay 10 toes down, stay blessed. Peace.